A major part of the Australian identity is the love of rugged plains. So I wonder, what ancestral hobby led to the development of Australia's intrepid man? Hello and welcome back to The Speed of Nations, the programme which drops the rocks of antiquity into the puzzle of differing nations. On tonight's programme, I say spider, a lackadaisical Australian steals some money, and I think I have the answer to a very important question. And that is all to come. But what exactly are heists? Now, heists are normally daring missions to secure cash and live a glamorous life of golden Rolexes. However, I believe such claims are unsubstantiated rubbish. Heists for freedom have been a common occurrence during Australia's time as a colony. They have been central to finding freedom in a period where Britain's dominance overshadowed any forms of hope. Though despair is well reasoned, I don't want to pay my convicts. This idea never really caught up with some vulpine prisoners. The bushrangers, as they are otherwise known, are famous for escaping their encampments, their rugged bush, where food and living conditions are a whole lot worse. Now, if you're following along, I'm sure I know what you're thinking. Yes, all is good if you escape an encampment, but for life in spiderwebs, that does seem pretty far-fetched, and you're right. But bushrangers such as Ben Hall had a clever way of getting around this. Heists. By stealing from the rich, Ben Hall and his gang could sustain themselves and live a life of gold. One of Hall's greatest raids came in where his gang's utilization of the Australian bush and
BRS, Buck Reduction System.
allowed them to flank some officers and steal £5 million worth of gold. He is also considered as the gentle bushranger, as due to his unexpected levels of gentlemanliness. When he and his gang infiltrated Karuringa, he let the locals have free food and drinks, even festivity. This incident reflects that Ben Hall had great empathy for others and their sufferings. This event shows that heists are not always about personal gains, but can also be about society and allowing it to progress. His actions are also a symbol of justice, defying the brute force of government powers fixated on the value of their gold. However, his actions also go against his favour, because while reserved and courageous, some view him as a criminal. Without a doubt, he very much was. His heists, though defiant, brought little but terror to the people around him. Moreover, stealing does not automatically make people bow down to you. In reality, it just allows people to chuck more shovels at you. Just look at WikiLeaks. When Julian Assange declassified 400,000 bloodied US military files, instead of bringing about justice to the world, he got trapped under a legislative bulldozer. Stealing is illegal and does not change anyone, which is why Ben Hall will always be a controversial one. On one hand, he was a rebel, fighting against the oppressor, but on the other, he is someone wronged by the will to chastise the evil. But without a doubt, Ben Hall's legacy is one which seeps into the soil of Australia. It is a tale that shows that the weak can prevail over the evil, that empathy can win the hearts of many, and that knowledge can contribute to success. Hall's skill in the bush is what made him thrive, and his bravery and compassion made many mourn his loss. He has a complex legacy, but it's one which has created the love of the bush and the world's most empathetic and friendly culture in the world. And as ever, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and unsubscribe.